Aleichem Rabbi Say, we're back with Hachzek. We're going to finish up Mishnah Beis and Mishnah Gimel today. So we ended off with B'chol Amelim Imat Tzibur, all those that are Oisik B'tzorchei Tzibur, Be'emunah, Yu Amelim Imoim L'Shem Shomayim, Sheschus Avoisem Misayaton, V'tzidkoson Oimedes Lo'ad. The tzidkus of the Schus Avos, and there's a Machlekes Rishonim over here, what the Schus Avos is. I think everybody, agrees, goes all the way back to Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, actually, but some of the Rishonim say it straight out, and we'll see what the Rebbeinu Yoin says as well. Va'atem, and you, the ones that are oisek b'tzorchei tzibur, malan yalechem sachar harba ki'ilu asisem, even though it's not really in your hand, it's a schus avos, I still give you the schus as if you did it. Now, before we even go on, I want to just throw out there just food for thought. Very, very interesting stuff. It says, "Kol amelim imatzibur yu amelim imoim l'shem shomayim." So the shaila is if it's shayach in this idea of being a Gabbai, for example, the musik called mitoch shalei l'shma balashma. We'll see. It's very interesting because I saw brought down. My Rebbe brings it in his Sefer, in his Pirush on the Or Yisrael. He brings from the Alter from Kelm, that the Alter from Kelm brings down B'Shem Rabbi Yisrael Salander, that from this Mishnah it's clear, Chol Amelim Matzibur Yu Amelim L'Shem Shemayim. That means that is how to do it. You can't, there's no Mitoich Shaloi L'Shma Balashma. This is a very important role, the Gabbai. It's a hard role. It's very, very difficult. I mean, Baruch Hashem, I live in a kehillah and a growing kehillah, and the Gabbai loses sleep over the kehillah Rabbi Isai. I mean, it's a hard job, and he does it b'simcha and ba'ava, and he's the most approachable and lovable person, and kol kavod. It's a hard job, and he puts his life into it, and it has to be l'shem shemayim. Stamazeh, if you want the siyata de shemaya, it has to be l'shem shemayim, because the workload of a Gabbai, besides his own personal life and his, whatever he does, it's huge, especially with a growing kehillah. It's, it has to be l'shem shemayim. Reb Simcha Zissel, the Alter from Kelm says, from Reb Yisrael Salanter, there is no back door, mitach shaloi l'shma balashma. Azoi zogt, the Alter from Kelm, in Reish Mem Beis Chelik Aleph. You can take a look at it in Chachma Musar. But it's very interesting, and my Rebbe makes that ha'ora, brings a shtickle stira. The Rabbi Yisrael Salanter in Michtav Chavtes, the beginning of Michtav Chavtes, he quotes our Mishnah. Oh, oops, sorry. He quotes our Mishnah. Avos v'chol amelim imatzibur yu amelim imoim l'shem shemayim. Lo yomra Mishnah ye kavanosim l'shem shemayim. Makes a diuk. He didn't say that their kavana, their initial kavana should be l'shem shemayim, and which means that's a diuk from Rabbi Yisrael Salanter. By the way, they say over that Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, very hard to read the sefer. You can mamish learn it up like a rishon. That's how it's written. Very, very short, and you have to understand what he means. So he makes a diuk, lo yeh kavanosim l'shem shemayim. So memela pshat in the Mishnah is you could start off shaloi l'shem shemayim, and eventually it'll come like that. Bezois neir levar ki at tois brachas, he brings a kahasha from Toises leoisim v'lo loisayim. Right, the sugya of mitach shaloi l'shma balishma. So he's clearly saying that, or maybe very, I don't know how clear it is. You look at it inside, but it's a shtickle stira in Rabbi Yisrael himself. So I'm just giving it out there, food for thought. I tried going through the beginning of this letter, Michtav Chavtes. It's not easy, so good luck with that. But either way, we'll stick with the first shot. It has to be l'shem shemayim, and it says the Rebbeinu Yoina. Loilis kabed. What's the shaloi l'shem shemayim l'chura? Loilis kabed ulehenes v'loilis star aleim. Not to be kilu, the Gabbai, the one who has chalois and can be, say his deis and tell people what to do. Achlan higam b'derech yishara, just push it to make a straight path for the olam, that they should enjoy the davening, enjoy the neighborhood. V'akol l'shem shemaim, everything should be done l'shem shemaim. Sheschus avoisam misayadam tzidkasam medis load. This is referring to the tzibur. Shafal b'sha'atam oiskim imayim, you the Gabbayim are oisik with the tzibur, and you're doing for them, right? So you're telling the hatzlach over here. V'tzarchem nasam alidechem lo atem gormim lahem elos chus avoisehem shel tzibur misayatam. There's a schus avois of the tzibur v'tzidkasam medis load le'elev dor. Okay. And it goes on forever, and it's their schus. Your hatzlacha is their schus. But you, the ones who are oisik b'tzorchei tzibur, I'm giving you the schar ki'ilu you did it, even though it's not totally in you. It's like it says, kol oisikim b'tzorchei tzibur be'emunah kodesh baruch hu yishal schar. Why kodesh baruch hu yishal schar? Because that's how it works. Nobody really gives enough credit to the Gabbayim. And the Rabbeinu Shalom gives them ki'ilu asisim. Right? So loimer afal b'shus chus avosim mesayad mitzarcheim nasim b'schus avosehem v'loy al yedechem atem misaskim b'maseim, you who are being oisik in their needs, in their maisim. Malan yalechem ki'ilu asisim ki'ilu b'schuschem nasa kol, as if it was in your schus. So you're going to get credit for it in Shemaim on condition that it was l'shem Shemaim. Kach perishu rishonim. Zichronim l'rachim. Yesh v'arish oid. Ben Yehuda brings a second pirush. Leval toimer mal liv latzara zois lasig v'tzorchei tzibur. Sometimes you come to Nuki Hill and stuff like that. Who's going to be the Gabbai? No, not me. This is like big work. I'm not interested. The Rebbeinu Shalom is saying it's kedai for you because even though it's not totally biyodcha, I will give you the schar. It's mamish kedai for you. V'asher yitnu al yadam nitan schar ki mamoinamu loy kein adover. Ki toiv l'chalasik b'tzorcheihem mipnei sheschus ovois misayaton. It's a guaranteed atzlacha. Yeah, you zicher going to be matzliach because they have schus avos hakdoshim. So it's a hard job, but you're going to succeed. V'tatzliach b'masei masher tatzliach b'masecha. Sheschus ovois meruba mala ani sochar lecha ki'ilu ato asisa mishelcha es hakol uki'ilu mibeischa nosato mashana snu heim al yodcha. Right? It's as if you gave. When they give the tzedakah, you will gain tremendous from this. There's a big chizuk for anybody who's, a Gabbai or thinking to be a Gabbai. Anything that you do, Hashem will be matzliach. It's like going into a job is that you will for sure succeed. The Rebbeinu Shalom is giving you a stempel. Their schusavos are going to help you. L'chein toiv la'adam lasik b'tzorchei tzibur harbe moed be oisik b'tzorchei tzibur ubelvad shechaven liboy la shomayim. Again, this is like, very clear from the Rabbeinu Yoina that this is not a, there's no legal loopholes over here of mitak shalai l'shma balishma. It's got to be l'shem shemayim. That's how this works. That you will be matzliach if it's done l'shem shemayim. Mishnah Gimel. Hevu zehirim barashus. Like we said in the earlier mission, Altas Chabel Rishus, the Shiltoinios, the government. She'ein mekarmin le'la adam elo l'tzarech atzma. They give you nice, they're very nice to you and they're very respectful and stuff like that, only for their own good, Rabbi Yisrael. Nir in ka'oyhavim b'shas hana'asam be'ein oimdin le'la adam shas dochkoy. They look like you, they look good to you when they need your help, but they're not oimid for you b'shas dochkoi. Like we said yesterday, every one of these mishnayos, everything in this masechta, there's layers and layers and layers. There's a lot in this mishnah. It's not only talking about governments, it's talking about any group that you become part of nowadays. We're very into groups and this and stuff like that. Kehilas and stuff like this. You're only... Kehilas is not a good word. I take that back. Any group, any thing that you're part of, they're very nice to you, and But once you leave the group, or once you find something else to do, you're a complete and utter stranger to them. They won't even say hello to you when they walk by you. Kach is it. That's that. It's a sad thing, but that's the way it is. So be around regular people, not any big organizations and stuff like this. If you're in an organization, great. But I'm just saying, like, don't be part of like these movements and groups and stuff like that. You're only important to them for their own agenda. Okay, that's just on the Mishnah. Let's see what the Rabbeinu Yonah says. Very interesting stuff. Hevu zihirim b'rishus k'loimer lehisrachek mina malchus shalosayif ma'iridim z'adam nechasav. At the end of the day, you will be, you'll be ma'iridim z'adam nechasav. You'll be poor, and that's what it says. She'ein mekarven le'adam le'tzarech atzman. They only bring you clothes and give you covet and money or whatever it is, only in order for their own good. Once they see no use for you, it's all over. Dvar melech. What does that mean? Okay, that's beyond my knowledge. I don't know what that means. You could look at the English. Maybe they have an explanation. I don't know. Okay. Nirin ko'evim b'shas hano'osam. Medabrim rakois umarim ponim shel ahava b'zman shemekirim boy. Revach badover. They will be nice to you. They will give you money, and they will give you a position, and they will give you all these types of things because they see something chashuv over here. They see something important. As soon as your importance fades away, they will not be goyrus you. Okay, they will not have rachmim on you when you are not important to them, when you lose your money. They'll forget everything that you did for them in the past. Everything is over. It's the here and now. What can you bring to the table now? Yeah, you can't bring any more. Finish. It's over. Kachu pshat zois hamishna. V'imadavar kain he medaberes bifkam melochim chalil v'chalila. Says the Rabbeinu Yonah, it's almost impossible to say these words. Lemaisa, the melech, the government, lo yeh v'lo yakum. There's no. They do everything for us. The whole world runs on governmental, mahalchim. Min al yad miskayim ha'olam. Ve'hem oisim din u'mishpat. Ve'in ba'aretz yuchal liyos amiti kamoisem. Now, again, this is not Nageya nowadays. Today, we can see, without glasses, how corrupt the government is and how all these things are crazy. There's agendas and all that kind of stuff. So, but in the olden days, a melech be'etzem is completely mufka from agendas. I'm saying, like, all he cares about is that the Medina should run the way he wants it to run, and din and mishpat. Anything who comes in the way of that is a stira. So, and he's not afraid of anybody. There's nobody that you have to, kiss up to. So they're doing a good job. There's nobody that could be truthful like them because they're not afraid of anybody. They're not afraid of anybody. There's nothing stopping them from going the straight path. So how do we make sense out of this Mishnah? The kings, gam avosam gam sin asam lebiyadamu. Lamaisa, their love and their hate is not in their hands. It's not in their hands. Kasher melech tzarech eloish umekaravois emar le'ava b'shasana osoi. When a king finds that he loves a person, he needs a person, it's not coming from him. Me'eis Hashem yotza hadovar, v'loi me'eis hamelech, v'Hashem zimen lo ish la'anois lamelech. And Hashem orchestrated that person should have done a toiva for the melech. It's just like the story of Megillas Esther. The Rebbeinu Hashem orchestrated that Mordechai Tzaddik would have done a toiva for this guy, and then now the melech is noticing the Sefer Zechronis. It's all worked out from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Leiv malachim biyad Hashem. V'chiyechta ish l'Hashem, v'Hashem b'ratza l'rachkoi, and Hashem wants this person to become a rachik. So it's going to work out that the Rebbeinu Shalom makes it that this person did an avera against the king, and the king is going to end up hating him and get rid of him. Miyuchal amid Av ki yach b'tzamel l'asis lo yikar ein biyodoi. Ach linkoim nikmas Hashem liyaser es asher yev lo yichiach. Okay, so it's all coming from the Rebbeinu Shalom. Zeu shenemar pal gemaim leiv melech biyad Hashem. I always thought the pasuk was leiv melachim biyad Hashem, but that's how it's quoted. But it's leiv melech biyad Hashem. Right, so Leimer Kemoisha Peleg. Odom Mateu Lechol Tzad Shiyirtza. I'm not sure what the title of the word Peleg is, but maybe it's like a flag. You can do it whatever way you want. Kain Leva Melech Beyad Hashem La Toisa Lehektiv Laish Asher Hu Chavetz Bikaroy Ulashal Nusainoi El Panav Lahavidoi. The Rebbeinu Shem can move it this way, can move it that way, no problem. Nobody's telling him what to do, and the Melech is completely subservient to the Ratzon Habayri. Va'amar Leiv Melech v'lo diber al shar b'nei Adam v'im kol avav v'ziyad Hashem. Why only Leiv Melech? L'chayra, everybody's Leiv is the same thing. It's not a chiddush to say that my Leiv is biyad Hashem, but the king, he's strong, he can do and he can decide. Even him, it's all biyad Hashem. Ki im lefi dvar lakim chayim umelech olamim. That's enough for today, Rabbi Isai. Have a wonderful day. Kol tuv, be gesund.